Come on down.
Music, music.
Guess I'll go up here. All right, good evening, everyone. For those of you that do not know me, I'm Judge Robert W. Lee. I have learned on this campaign trail I have to emphasize the W. As I've already got on my campaign Facebook page 4 diatribes against the Confederacy, so I have to make sure everyone understands it's Robert W. Lee. I've been your judge 21 years. I currently serve as your administrative judge in Broward, which means I actually supervise the other 31 county court judges and your 15 civil traffic hearing officers. And I'm the only judge in Broward that has actually served in every division of the county court. That means I've done civil, criminal, domestic violence, and what we call our satellite assignment. I'm also the only judge that has served in a leadership position under all 4 chief judges under whom I have served: Dale Ross, Vic Tobin, Peter Weinstein, and now Jack Tudor. And I say all that because even the state, the Supreme Court of Florida, when they have some issues that they think they need someone to troubleshoot, they contact Judge Lee. I've been appointed now to 4 commissions, 2 just last week by the Florida Supreme Court, to handle issues that we're dealing with statewide that we've dealt with here in Broward County. So that's a little bit about me. I've been around a while. Some of you remember me from Bush v. Gore. I was the hanging Chad judge, but I was not the guy with the magnifying glass. That was the other guy. So I'm happy to be here, happy to answer any questions that Mr. Finkelstein has.
I only really have one question.
May I say?
Yes.
The announcement?
Okay, the opponent is not here. So the question I have for Judge Lee, you are an extremely accomplished jurist, and you just laid out some of the reasons. But you are also the first in Broward County and maybe the state of Florida. We have been talking about tonight racial diversity and ethnic diversity. Can you share with us, if you're willing, why there are other forms of diversity that are just as important to be represented on the judiciary?
Well, thank you very much. My journey to the bench was a surprise for me. I started as an elementary school teacher, 2nd through 5th grade, which is one of the reasons I think I do well in the courtroom. In any event, I went then to law school, and I became a commercial litigator, but I took several what we call pro bono cases, free cases, on behalf of various issues. And I became a pro bono lawyer for many civil rights issues, HIV/AIDS, the LGBT community, etc. And I took several of those cases all the way to the Florida Supreme Court. And it was actually in prevailing in one of them, one of the cases involving LGBT issues, that I did get a call from Governor Childs' office. Kid, because I was young at that time, have you ever considered being a judge? And that, I started thinking about it. I applied, and I actually was. And I remember the conversation very well. Lawton Childs had never appointed any open gay person to the bench in Florida. And he said if he couldn't do it in Broward County, where could he do it? So I was his first LGBT appointment, and then he passed away not too long after that, and then Buddy McKay shortly became our governor. But that is kind of my initial journey to the bench. But I've also been very active in ensuring, and again, just this week, we have openings for 5 to 10 civil traffic hearing officers, and I noticed not one minority applied for those positions. And so I said, we've got to reach out to the minority bars, because they may not even know that these seats are open. So it's something that I really do pay attention to.
Thank you, Judge. And the last thing I'll say to you is, part of your calculus, if somebody doesn't show up to talk to you, you can draw the appropriate conclusions.